And Anthony, from your perspective in the field, can you kind of give us some comparisons of composite versus asphalt? I know you were just talking about your composite roofs that were installed 10 years ago that look brand new. So can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Asphalt shingles, you're going to have your standard architectural style shingle, which is probably the most common. Asphalt, you can get some designer options, but it's only just a handful of different options. Obviously, an asphalt shingle roof is going to last around 20 years. I've seen some fail before that. Some last a little bit longer. You're going to have issues with, the fading of the color and streaking and algae and stuff like that. With the composite, you're going to have a realistic slate and a shake look. Um, you know, Even though you can get a class 4 impact rated shingle, the class 4 impact rating on a shingle is definitely not the same as a class 4 impact rating on a DaVinci. For instance, we've taken baseballs and shot them at asphalt shingles with a class 4 impact rating, and they will still damage, whereas a DaVinci doesn't. So even though they can both achieve the same rating, they still aren't the same. It's just a fact. Um, Asphalt shingles will definitely break down over time with cracking and splintering and stuff like that, where that doesn't happen with a DaVinci composite. Obviously, asphalt shingle roofs are more prone to hail damage, where DaVinci is not. We installed a roof earlier this spring outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where it was like 2 or 3 days later, they had 2-inch hail hit his neighborhood, and he had brand new DaVinci roof. Some of his neighbors had, uh, you know, 2-year-old cedar shake roofs. Those 2-year-old cedar shake roofs were damaged, where literally his DaVinci roof, like literally nothing happened to it. He was freaking out and asked us to come take a look at it. We assured him that there was nothing wrong, but for peace of mind, we still went out and looked at it. There was not even scuff marks. So,
Sure.
they don't really compare, to be honest with you.
And so, kind of cost wise, what does that comparison look like between asphalt and composite and kind of like the benefits that you're getting from that roof?
I can only speak on our markets, which are Wisconsin and Northern Illinois. In our market, uh, a typical asphalt shingle roof, or I should say a DaVinci composite compared to an asphalt shingle roof, is about 3 to 4 times the cost. Now, that's going to depend on the profile that you pick. Is it a straight pattern or a staggered pattern? Is there copper or not copper? So there's a lot of variables in there. It's probably close to double or 3 times the price to like a designer shingle. But, once again, the longevity of the DaVinci roof is going to last a lot longer than an asphalt shingle roof. So you're going to pay more upfront than you will with an asphalt shingle roof. But with an asphalt shingle roof, you're going to, replace it, in the 15 to 25-year range, more susceptible to storms and damage. Most homeowners, or pretty much everybody that I know of that's installed DaVinci, has received some sort of a savings from their insurance company compared to having like an asphalt or another type of roof on their house. Um, yeah. Megan, you have anything to add to that?
So, cost wise, it's best to consult a local roofing contractor because the roofing contractor will be able to quote you, what material and labor in your market costs. But we typically see, 3 to 4 times more than an asphalt shingle roof to install a composite roof or a DaVinci roof. So, but what you're getting is you're getting a roof that lasts, a lot longer than asphalt. A typical lifespan of an asphalt roof could be 15 to, 20 or 25 years. DaVinci is measured over a 50-year lifespan.
Well, and it's, so worth looking at those long-term advantages and considering those and how those are going to play out. Like, yes, it's worth the investment upfront because it's going to last you much longer than maybe some of the other materials on the market. Which, yeah.
DaVinci products are, they're all class 4 impact rated. So that's the highest impact rating that you can get. What that means is, the roofs will be able to go through hailstorms. They're very common in many parts of the United States. They are all class A fire rated, which is important if you live on the west coast of the country, where maybe you can't use products that aren't class A fire rated. And they're also wind rated up to 180 miles an hour. So we are in I believe we're currently in hurricane season or just the beginning of hurricane season. So, something to keep in mind if you're in an area that experiences severe weather, purchasing a composite roof will mean that you probably won't have to replace it after the next storm or maybe hopefully several storms after that. The way you would with a traditional asphalt shingle roof would likely have to be replaced after every storm.
Right. That environmental aspect is key. And, most homeowners you hear it, they're replacing a roof maybe once or twice in their lifetime. But if you're in those areas that experience that, right, that hail or the severe weather, like take that into consideration when you're considering your re-roof.
If your roof needs answers, subscribe now to the Ask a Roofer podcast. We've got your questions covered, one episode at a time. Go to AskARoofer.com to submit your questions and learn more. Stay tuned and keep those questions coming.